The cover-up in Pune is a cover-up so foul that every part of the system was quote-unquote managed and manipulated to save the super-rich, Porsche killer brat. After exposing the pizza burger after party, the truth in our sensational sting operation on Monday, Times Now's special investigation team has brought before you a sting from the epicenter of the cover-up, the blood sample department of the Sassoon Hospital. In this sting, a doctor who knows how the fixing took place reveals stunning details of the political angle. This doctor names both Ajit Pawar and Sunil Tingre and details how the calls were made, pressure was exerted and fixing was done. It's important to highlight that amidst the Pune Porsche cover-up storm and allegations of cover-up, Ajit Pawar met the Pune Police Commissioner Amitesh Kumar. Let's now take a look at Times Now's super exclusive sting operation that completely exposes the political angle in the cover-up bit.
किसी मामले में डील से बात करते हैं तो उस दिन आप क्या बता रहे थे?
तो उस दिन तो बोल रहे थे वो तावरे सर को कि पॉलिटिकल फोन आया था मीडिया से।
कौन है? मेरे का नाम आ रहा है सामने और ये दूसरे मंत्री अजित पवार को किसने किया?
अग्रवाल जो बिल्डर है उसने अजित पवार को किया।
उन्होंने अजित पवार ने किसको किया?
पुलिस कमिश्नर को है
उसको किया।
हाँ, इसके सेफ साइड वही एक ही आदमी है पुलिस कमिश्नर।
वहाँ से यहाँ पे तावरे को किसका फोन है? मैं वो पूछ रही हूँ। लोकल लीडर को किसने बोला? लोकल लीडर को किसने बोला? ये भी तो बात है ना, लोकल लीडर को किसने बोला? पवार साहब ने क्यों बोला? और ये इनका जो है कल उसने बोला कि मेरे को मैं छोड़ूंगा किसी को, मैं सबके नाम पर।
Times Now super sting from the epicenter of the cover-up revealed shocking details. A doctor who was part of the blood sample department has revealed on candid camera that VVIP killer brat's super-rich builder father called none other than Ajit Pawar. He went on to claim that Dr. Tawre, the arrested head of forensics of Sassoon Hospital, got calls from politicians that night. He also has revealed the role of Sunil Tingre calling up Tawre, and that's how an attempt was made to manage the case in order to save the killer brat. Let's now get to part 2 of our sting operation. In this, the ultimate insider of the Sassoon Hospital goes on to reveal that a dummy patient was brought that night to execute the blood swab. Listen in.
उसने कुछ पैसे खा लिए हाँ मैं वही सोच रही थी टिंगरे ने इनको फोन कब किया फिर या वो यहाँ पर आए थे पहली बार हुआ है कि उन्होंने कॉलेज से अच्छा मैनेज किया इतना जब मैसेज हैंडल हो गया की बात किसी का नाम नहीं सकता टिंगरे हो पवार क्यों उसने तो बोला कि मैंने सीधा
Ajit Pawar faction of NCP is reacting to the revelations. NCP's national spokesperson Avinash G has said that the claims made by the doctor about Ajit Pawar in the sting must be investigated. He also goes on to add that Ajit Pawar calling the Pune Police Commissioner is routine and the allegations made in times of sting operation must be investigated.
If somebody has made an allegation like that, it can't be just taken at face value. It has to be supported with some credible evidence as well.
NCP as a party given a clean chit to Mr. Pawar?
We have not given a clean chit to anybody. Pawar Sahib, Ajit Dada does not require a clean chit from me as a spokesperson or the party. The whole party knows he's a man not just of mere words, he's a man of action.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining us on the show are Avinash G, State General Secretary and spokesperson of NCP Ajit Pawar faction. With us also is Asif Bhamla, political analyst, Krishna Hegde, spokesperson of Shiv Sena Shinde faction. We have with us Mahesh Chavan, spokesperson of NCP Sharad Pawar faction. Also with us is Anjali Damania, activist. Also with us is Rudra Vikram Singh, advocate. Let me start with you first, Mr. Avinash G. These are very, very serious charges that a person who's at the epicenter of this cover-up, who's someone who works in the very same hospital and the same department where all of this took place, has spoken out. And he has said very clearly that there was a call that came from Tingre to Mr. Dr. Tavre, and that if Dr. Tavre opens his mouth, all will be exposed. What would we say about the specific allegations about your party's MLA, Mr. Tingre, as well as Ajit Pawar, that have been made here?
Good evening to all of you. I'm a little sorry because I'm traveling and at the moment I'm not able to hear your audio too clearly. But I'm figuring out what the discussion is. To start with, you have a whistleblower, that is what you claim. My first question is, what is the credibility of this whistleblower? And if at all a sting operation was conducted...
He's working in the same department of that hospital.
How can you call him a whistleblower when a sting operation is conducted? How can you call him a whistleblower? Anyway, those are technicalities that can be set aside. For the moment, if you can hear
me, I'd like to clarify on that, Mr. Adik. If you can hear me, simple point we're making is that he is making these...
complete what I wish to say.
Yeah. Because you're accusing us of wrongly calling him a whistleblower. We are just saying that he works. You're asking about his credibility. He works in the same department of the same hospital where all of this took place. That's where his credibility comes in.
This is a very serious, ongoing investigation. I think we are all jumping the gun here and coming to conclusions, which is a little unfair. We have a very impeccable Commissioner of Police in Pune, Amitesh Kumarji, who is heading this investigation. As and when he feels like investigating and questioning individuals, I'm sure he will call them. I'm certain whoever is called for these questions will cooperate with the investigating authorities. Let them come to some conclusions. Why are we jumping the gun and coming to conclusions on debates here?
Mr. Adik, the police commissioner is so credible. He has still so far not said on record how many people were there with the accused on the night that the incident happened. Why has that not been stated so far? Whether there were 2, 3, 4 people?
I'm sorry, again, I'm not able to hear you too clearly, but all I would like to say here is...
Every difficult question you cannot hear.
If the doctor was found guilty of wrongdoing, he has been arrested. The doctor in question was suspended a month back on 10th of April 2024 because of dereliction of duty. It is a matter which is already on record.
I want
which we
Anjali
all seem
Damania to
be
respond
forgetting.
to you on that. Anjali Damania,
You
the
are
doctor
mentioning
who was accused of dereliction of duty has been arrested. The matter must end there. The Pune police is very professional. What would you say in response to Mr. Avinash Adik?
What I would want
On
to
the
ask
night
Mr.
of-
Avinash is, where was the Guardian Minister for the first? Mr. Avinash, that question was for me, so can I please take it? So the point is that the Guardian Minister did not come before any given media for first 4 days when the whole world was talking about this particular cover-up that was done in Pune. The whole world was talking about it. There were tweets coming across from the whole world, but the Guardian Minister was not there. This MLA Sunil Tingre, who landed there on the first night, from that day till today, which is the 11th day, he is not to be seen. Just 2 days back, we were told that he will be taking a press conference. We are still waiting for him to take a press conference. He has vanished. He just doesn't want to come before the press. Now, there are some glaring questions which need to be answered. This I have been asking for last several days. Why can't Mr. Ajit Pawar come out and clarify how many times did he talk to the Commissioner of Police, and why? Was it to save the culprit, or was it to ensure that the culprit is given the proper treatment that he should be getting? The entire family which has tried to cover up should be actually, they all are practically behind bars, but the kind of cover up that was done. Mr. Ajit Pawar is supposed to be the Guardian Minister of Pune. 4 days he doesn't come, then suddenly his MLA vanishes from the scene, and I don't know what is happening. Then when I confronted him yesterday and I demanded a narco test, Ajit Pawar yesterday evening made a statement that he's ready for a narco test, provided if he's proved innocent, I should be leaving my activism. To which I've also responded that I'm ready to leave my activism and will not utter a word, because I'm dead sure that it was done by Mr. Ajit Pawar. Because the whole of Maharashtra knows that the entire Sassoon hospital is under the command of NCP. It is NCP which calls all the shots right from the top. Now, can Mr. Avinash also tell me why Mr. Kale, who is the Dean of Sassoon, was sent on a forcible leave the moment he put out 2 lines that NCP made
Respond to
us
that.
take
Three
back
questions.
Taure, who
Three
was
questions.
actually
She's taken up
under
the dare of Ajit
suspension
Pawar.
the moment
Why has
he
Ajit
said-
Pawar
Can I
not
answer
made a
that?
public statement so far, so many days after? Why is Sunil Tingre gone underground? Why is he not speaking, Avinash? And also the fact that you have taken action against Mr. Kale. Serious questions over here that the NCP will have to answer. No answers have come out yet.
I think it's my turn to answer now, I suppose. Anjali Ji, I have a lot of respect for the good work that you do. And you're right that Ajit Dada did come on record and say that he is willing to undergo a narco test to satisfy your queries. But what was said to you in a debate by another junior colleague of mine should not be put as words of Ajit Dada. Ajit Dada is very senior, you know that. Now, whatever has happened during this heinous episode, nobody will try to protect whatever the family or the guilty party did. Everybody wants the law to take its course. Whoever is guilty of this heinous crime should get maximum punishment.
Mr. Avinash,
I don't think
if
there
Mr.
will,
Ajit Pawar is in Pune today, why doesn't he just hold a press conference? And everything will be clear as daylight. If he has nothing to hide, why does he not simply hold a press conference? That's all that the activist here is demanding.
Why not Sunil Tingre?
For any public figure or public representative to come before the press and give a statement just to clarify or to satisfy whatever apprehensions anybody on the panel or outside the panel is feeling. When the investigation progresses and the need would be required, or they would be required to
Certainly,
come before
because
that
he is a public
investigating authority
representative.
to
He is
come and
accountable
give
to the
their
people, is he
opinions,
not,
they
sir?
will do so.
Is he not accountable to the people
He
who
is
have
a
elected him?
guardian minister.
Is he not
Most
accountable as a
importantly,
guardian minister to the
Mr.
place where he is the
Avinash.
guardian minister of?
I beg your pardon.
Is he not accountable to the
Law
very
and order
people who have
is supposed to
elected
be
him?
responsible.
Is he not responsible to the area which he is a guardian minister of? You're saying that he should not come before the investigation is completed. The point is, if he has nothing to hide, why doesn't he come forth?
as he's the guardian minister, he has already come before the press and given a statement that he has directed the police commissioner to conduct a very impartial inquiry into the entire episode.
Okay,
and
I
he
want
has
Mahesh
said
Chavan
no
to come in.
matter who the person is who is guilty of such a heinous act or crime, he or she should be given the maximum punishment without anybody being allowed to interfere in the process.
No, but
This is
Mr.
what
Ajit
the
Pawar
Minister,
saying
the
that
Deputy Chief has already said.
You know, Mr. Ajit Pawar saying, or your party saying that, you know, he made these calls to the police commissioner, he's not denied them, but he says it's to ensure a rich person doesn't get away. Can you tell me how often does Ajit Pawar make such calls to the police commissioner when a person of a humble background is arrested?
Well, can I answer that? Is that for me?
Yes.
True.
Yeah, okay. The police commissioner got a call from Ajit Dada. This is a matter of public record. But when did the call come through? Only the CDRs will prove it. I know for a fact that the call didn't go on the morning that this accident happened.
He can set the record straight, sir. He has all the freedom to set the record straight. But I want to get a quick response from our reporter who's been covering the story. Tejshri Purandare is joining us. Tejshri, you were the one who went to the Sassoon hospital. Tell our viewers why this is a huge set of revelations. It's not just about the role of Ajit Pawar or Mr. Tingre. There's also the role of a dummy patient that's being alleged over here. This is huge.
Certainly, it's not only just one but several revelations were made in this entire investigation that Times Now had carried out. And remember that this particular hospital, the Sassoon hospital, has been the epicenter of corruption and the cover-up as well. And that's what we had exposed in our entire investigation one by one, where the doctor, he is the insider of the blood testing department, where he tells that how Vishal Agrawal called Mr. Ajit Pawar, then how Ajit Pawar called the commissioner, and then how this entire fix-up was done to manage this entire case. And then NCP MLA Mr. Tingre called Dr. Tawre, who is said to be the mastermind in this entire blood exchange sample that happened there inside Sassoon Hospital with the help of Chief Medical Officer. And in fact, we also tried to ask the question to the Police Commissioner of Pune, but in fact, he did not respond to this entire question and the allegations, serious allegations that are leveled up. And in fact, the political connection has also been exposed in this entire matter.
All right. Thanks so much for that big and massive expose that you've done here on Times Now, Tejshri, and we'll continue to track all of the players in this that have been named. But I want to quickly get a response now from Mahesh Chavan, spokesperson of the NCP. Mr. Mahesh Chavan, this is the Sharad Pawar faction, of course. Do you agree with Avinash Adik as far as his claims that a public statement has been made by Ajit Pawar, that's enough? And also, just look at the kind of cover-up. There's allegedly a dummy patient, and this is what someone inside Sassoon Hospital is telling us, Mahesh Chavan. Would you like to respond to what is being stated so far?
Of course, I would like to respond. And first of all, I feel this is a total failure of law and order situation in the city. See, apart from this incidents of Porsche crash, other things like, drugs are freely available in the city, and Koita gangs and other crimes are on the rise. Who's responsible for this? I believe Guardian Minister, and it is the joint responsibility of the Guardian Minister Ajit Pawar and the Home Minister of our state, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis. Why are they not trying to improve the law and order situation? See, look at this. Nobody is scared. Nobody is worried about the law and order situation, and no fear of the law. See, parents of a 17-year-old child allow him to get drunk, throw parties, then drive and kill people, innocent people. And then they dare to bribe the system. Like they're there to bribe the doctors, police, judiciary, excise department, everybody. What happens? Evidences are being destroyed. Blood samples are being replaced. And there is no check on this.
Okay.
What is the
certainly it's a case that has outraged the nation, Mr. Chavan. I agree with you on that point. But I want Asif Bamla to come in on this, because Asif Bamla, not just Mr. Ajit Pawar, but also the Home Department, which comes under Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, is accountable, says Mahesh Chavan. Please respond to it.
Well, let me tell you, as far as the Home Minister is concerned, Devendra Fadnavis ji was the first person to reach there on site and take stock of the situation. And of course, if there is any wrongdoing involved, definitely it will be addressed prima facie. But here, I mean, of course, with the Pune Porsche incident that happened in Kalyani Nagar, it's a very sad incident. It's the second incident after the hoarding that fell off, and that's a matter of deep concern for the state also. And I understand the agony of the people, the two youngsters who have died of their families. So now this is a case where, I mean, I've been hearing Anjali Damania, who I have a lot of respect for, but at the same time, now in this whole case, they say that the mastermind is Tingre, and he called Tawre, who's supposed to be the health superintendent there. So I instead of jumping the gun on directly on Ajit Pawar Ji,
jumping the gun, Asif Bhamla, it's been 10 days. What do you mean by jumping the gun?
Go towards.
What do you mean by jumping the gun?
No,
you think people of the country should just sit quietly and accept whatever irregularities go on over there? What are you expecting? People of this country, sir? 10 days have happened. We don't know how many people were in the car. All we know is the kind of cover-ups that have been taking place. This is completely incorrect for you to make such a statement. I want Anjali Damania to respond to you. No. This is not correct, sir. Anjali Damania, high-profile crime. We should not jump the gun. We should just cross our arms and sit and wait for the investigation to take place.
Now, Mr. Asif Bhamla, what I would want to bring to your notice is, we are not talking about any normal builder from Pune. Here we are talking about a group of company called Brahma, which have nearly 30-40 companies if they are all totaled up. Now here I am talking about a Varshi. Can I please complete? Can I please complete? Can I please complete? No, Ajit Pawar says that and when did he say that? After 4 days. He just simply said that he had called, he spoke to the CP. How many times that was not said? Nor did he explain whether he actually called for the culprit to be punished. Now my question to Ajit Pawar was that what took you 4 days? Can you give us the itinerary that you followed for those 4 days? And what jam-packed schedule did you have? That as a guardian minister, you could not come and explain.
Well, the questions are only piling up. The questions are only increasing day by day. The saga only seems to be getting murkier and murkier, despite hitting the national headlines the very next day. The very same day, in fact, that incident took place, there was an attempt at cover-up. And how? If these claims of what has been revealed by Times Now of an official inside the hospital are to be believed, then there's a lot of explaining to do, and perhaps even some amount of criminal liability for some more individuals who are part of the cover-up. Why is it that certain people have completely gone silent whose names are being taken? That's certainly a question that the whole nation is asking at the moment. I'd like to thank Avinash, Adik, Asif Bhamla, Krishna, Mahesh Chavan, as well as Anjali Damania, Krishna Hegde, and Ruth Vikram Singh. My apologies for not being able to come to. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll have to wrap it here tonight, but Times Now will continue to track this investigation. We're going to continue to expose all the rot in the system that we're seeing right before our eyes.